profit and loss. Now, you don't really need to by heart any formula for this chapter if you understand the definitions involved and also how to apply percentage concepts. This is basically what I say with every arithmetic chapter. It's true here as well. What are the terms that you have? Let's look at them one by one. So imagine you're a shopkeeper and you procure an item for let's say 200 rupees. That's your cost price, and then you put a sticker on it for 500 rupees. That is your marked price or your list price. We'll refer to it as MP. And then you will give a certain discount, and let's say you finally sell it for 400 rupees. That's your sale price. The numerical difference between the cost price and the sale price is the profit. Profit is equal to SP minus CP. And this profit as a percentage of the cost price is your profit percent. You can also define it as SP is P% more than CP. That is pretty much the definition of profit percent. Now, initially you hiked up the 200 to 500 by increasing the 200 by a certain percentage. That is your markup percentage. Markup percent is the markup, which is the numerical difference divided by the cost price, and you can also state it this way: markup percent is M% more than CP. And you gave a discount. The discount in rupees is the numerical difference between the 500 and the 400, MP minus CP, MP minus SP, and your discount percent is your discount as a fraction of the marked price. You can also say the sale price is D% less than the marked price. So in this case, my markup was 300 rupees. I marked up the product by 300 rupees, which was a 150% markup. I gave 100 rupee discount, which was a 20% discount. Finally, I got a 200 rupee profit, which was a 200 rupee profit on a 200 rupee cost price, which should be a 100% profit. Basically, if you understand these three statements, you know the definitions of D%, discount percent, markup percent, profit percent, and if you can club this with your understanding of how percentage changes work, that's pretty much all of the formulae that you need. You don't need to by heart any specific formulae, but we'll be discussing them as well. And we also have to talk about what happens if you're forced to sell at a price lower than your cost price. That happens sometimes. Let's say you were maybe things weren't selling that well at the price that you initially put. You might offer further discounts or sale or whatever. Let's say you sold it for 150 rupees, which is less than the cost price of 200, in which case you will have a loss. That is the, again, numerical difference between CP and SP, but when CP is higher, you will say CP minus SP as opposed to SP minus CP, and then that as a percentage of your cost price is your loss percent. So that's a 50 rupee loss on a 200 cost price, which should be 50 by 200, 1/4 or 25% loss. This is 100% profit. So along with this, I can just add SP is L% less than CP. And going forward, I'll just consider loss as a negative profit. So when I say 5% loss, I can just take it as minus 5% profit. It'll work. So based on this definitions, the formulae are pretty simple. SP is equal to CP into 1 plus P%. MP is CP into 1 plus M%. And SP is MP into 1 minus D%. Again, if it is a loss situation, SP is equal to CP into 1 minus loss percent. Now, if you compare this with what you learned in school, it was SP is CP into 100 plus profit percent by 100. That formula is based on the convention that if you get a 20% profit, you will put 20 here. I am saying if you get a 20% profit, you should put 0.2 here. Then the this would be the sensible formula to use. And this is way more intuitive than the formula that you by hearted back in high school or middle school or whatever. So these are the formula that you'll be using. Those three formula will take care of it. Let's also quickly rewrite these formulae with the rates as the subject. The profit percentage is simply SP by CP minus 1. The markup percentage is MP by CP minus 1, and the discount percentage is 1 minus SP by MP. Now, comparing this with the formula that you know, P% is equal to P by CP into 100%. I should have mentioned this earlier. Why am I not writing 100%? Because it doesn't really do anything. Its value is 1. So I follow this convention of simply writing P by CP. Now, what is P? It is SP minus CP by CP. If you distribute the denominator, you will see that it is SP by CP minus 1. And that is why I use that formula. You simply find the ratio and subtract 1. So let's say you find the you have an SP of 70 and a CP of 50. What do you get when you divide them? You get 1.4. Ignore the 1. 40%. That's your profit percent. So find the ratio, subtract 1, and you have your profit percent. Ditto the other two rates as well.